Damn. All right, time for me to shut my camera off.
See if it kicks in here.
Now what?
I don't know what's going on with it.
Oh, yep, we're live.
We do be live. Give me a
Hello,
second.
hello.
Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Yep, we live. I got an Ollie's commercial.
That's weird. Well, it's my channel, so I guess I didn't get an ad when I first start for some reason. Hey, Wolf Walker, we got Dana B, Shift Kicker, B Charming. Nate's always in here. Lisa.
Yeah. Hello, Miss Lisa.
Autumn Leaf.
Autumn Leaf.
Yeah. And we got Sniffer. Queen Essence. How are you doing today?
Miss Shift Kicker. I hope you're having a good day today. Oh, Life with Bobby. Did you mention her?
No, didn't see her come in.
Okay.
There's Al Bundy.
That's it. I love that name. Now, wait a minute. If I remember correctly, isn't Al Bundy a female?
What
No.
chat, you mean?
Yeah,
or
in chat, not on TV, in chat.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say in chat, or I mean, TV. It's there's a couple of versions. There is Al Bundy that Married with Children one.
Yeah.
And that there's also a serial killer.
Really? I didn't. Yeah. That one I didn't know.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Al. I apologize if I offended you. He said real quickly, he is a male veteran.
Well, thank you for your service, Al Bundy. Yeah, I thought you knew he was male. Oh, there goes the bot.
Shift Kicker. And then you got
hey, look, it's Shift Kicker, the one and only robot that will kick your butt.
I say you didn't go back and adjust the volume on
it. Somewhat. I can't hear it, so I don't know how far to dial it down. I go by 10% each time, so
need to go by another 10%.
Oh, okay.
Because whoever's talking, when the bot comes in, you can't hear nothing.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Lisa Anderson. Yeah.
All out of bubblegum. Oh, shit.
I think Lisa Anderson's one's got that bionic leg.
Now that you know, the $6 million man and the bionic woman, that sound when they even though it's in slow motion when they jump.
Oh
man, those used to be the shows back in the day, though.
Now, who you gonna do as Wonder Woman?
Well, when she did her little spin to change outfits.
No, I'm talking about in chat. Who you going to give Wonder Woman to in chat?
Wonder Woman?
Yeah. You got to have a Wonder Woman. Ain't you getting the hero team back together?
I don't know.
I cannot pronounce his last name, but John says Massachusetts here.
Yeah. You know, Michigan and Massachusetts is the only states that have it on law that it's legal to have a garden.
Outlawed?
No, in the law saying that your people can have a backyard garden, you know, small garden or whatever family garden, whatever you want to call it.
Now, I heard something, I know it was sometime this year that they passed that law for New York also.
No, there's only 2 states that have a law stating that you can actually have a garden. Now, there are states to where you can have a garden, but they don't have it in law for it. So basically they can say, well, we don't want you having a garden.
See where you be coming from.
Because I actually did some research on it here, because I do have a video coming out tomorrow. I don't want to give too much of it away, but we are looking at some really, really bad stuff coming.
Oh, hell.
It's already started in other countries, and I'll hear the, it won't happen here thing. But it's just like when something happens in New York or California and everybody says, well, it won't happen here. It usually ends up
here.
Yeah. Because remember 2020 around Marchish when certain states closed, I'll put it that way. There was a lot of talk, it won't happen everywhere and this and that. But ended up the whole country closed down. So those are not words that usually, it won't happen here or it won't happen there. Yeah. It usually does. When somebody says that, it usually does happen.
Do you mean to wish me a good morning, or do you mean?
Yeah, there's already
whether I want it or not?
already countries that are buying farms. I mean, big food farms.
I see where you're going.
And closing them down to get their nitrate numbers down. Because I almost said it. The world environment people, or whatever you want to call it. I want to call it 3 letters, but they're passing laws that certain countries can't go over a certain amount of nitrate.
I heard something about that the other day.
Yeah. And it's actually going to start coming here.
And I bet you West Coast will be the first one.
Oh, they already have certain laws like this.
Really?
Yeah. They actually have laws that you can have gardens, but you can't water them.
I almost said it. I almost played a 101 there. Well, what the Sam heck is the point of having a garden if you can't water it?
Well, it's so you have the right to have it, but you can't keep it alive because you can't water. There's just like your grass, they can't water their grass, and this is certain months that they have this, and it's California, Arizona, Nevada. Nevada's gotten really bad because Vegas. Vegas has grown so much not only that do they have swimming pools in everybody's backyard, they got fountains that spout water all over the place.
Well, now I can understand that about the grass. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't like mowing to begin with, but when it comes to a garden, we ain't got no huge garden. And last year was the worst year I've ever had. But that's why gardens are here, is to help feed the families and so forth.
And the thing is, what I don't know if you governments or whatever, there's an organization, but I can't say them. Well, it's not so much an organization, but an order.
Oh,
you got to read between the lines. There's an order that is kind of running things, and if more people would sit there and grow stuff in their backyards, be it in buckets or whatever, old kids swimming pools or whatever they can, that would actually cut down on stuff from big farms, because you don't have to go out to the store and buy that stuff. You have it right there at your house.
Well, that's true.
It would cut down on the awful nitrate because of global warming. But all they have to do is go to the history books and say, oh, what happened 100 years ago? Oh, there was a big drought. Oh, there was high heat. And oh, there was hurricanes really bad. Oh, this must happen in a cycle. But no, it's cow farts and coal and gasoline. And that's, I mean, all you have to do is go back and look at the history of our weather and stuff, when these droughts come from. And you can go way back. They can look at, rocks and determine the layers of soil and stuff and see, oh, there was a big drought this time. There was floods during this time. And they're wanting to do away with the nitrates and stuff like that for fertilizer. And they're wanting to do the whole genetic engineered ingredients and all that stuff. Test tube meat.
No.
Which it's already here. If you go, you look at the back of your bread and stuff, it's a law now that they have to add that thing or a logo stating it's genetic or bioengineered ingredients.
Okay.
What that means is it's made. It's not. God didn't make it. A man made it, basically. So, who knows if this stuff is going to have an effect on us 10, 20 years down the road?
Well, now, I'm not exactly sure or whatever, but people are substituting crickets into parts of our food. And some of the scientists is already saying cricket, the legs on the cricket will not digest in a human's system. On top of that,
well, it will. It's just harder to digest.
I don't need that.
But I mean, there are things out there, mainly fast food, that does have different ingredients, mealworms and red worms and things like that.
I'm going to say something else so bad.
So, and that's the thing. And they have a list of all this bioengineered ingredients. It's just, that's what it says on the label, but you have to go look it up. And it could use any of those ingredients that they make. And one of the things that is salmon.
What?
It's bioengineered salmon.
Oh, I thought you said cinnamon.
Oh, wheat is another one. Soy is another one. There's there's a bunch. There's a few dairy products in that, and the list keeps getting longer and longer. So pretty soon they're gonna keep adding to it. It'll be chicken, then beef, and then whatever else you have.
Already had it.
As long as they don't mess with my hamburger, I'll be fine.
Well,
I already know.
Hamburger from.
I get my hamburger from the store. I'm gonna start finding me a local butcher.
Yeah.
You know, which there's one probably about 20 miles from here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I still want to do a video on Walmart hamburger. It'll make a lot of people dislike me.
Dude, let me see. Do you have any idea how much hate mail you gonna get from that?
Yeah.
Send them a fake email address. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go see how my bullfrog's doing.
Yeah. The last few days I've been doing a lot of research on the farming industry and stuff because, well, you guys will watch the video tomorrow, but I actually had been in contact with a big farmer. He has multiple, like 2,200 acres of just farm. And he knows a lot of other farmers that might not make it next year to put crops in. So where do we get the whatever food that they were growing? Where does that come from now? If they don't grow it, that means we're going to get it from more than likely China, India, which in India is now transferring their currency into rubles. And if you don't know what rubles are Russian currency. And probably right now, Russia has the most value in their currency. Probably Russia. If not, it's China. One of those two right now, and we're way down at the bottom because we printed a lot of checks during, the sickness. And people who come over from other countries come in and they get printed money. They have their own accounts and whatnot. And that's why people don't believe me when I say that Biden has spent more money on the border than Trump did building the wall.
I think that frog.
How can that be? It's because of everybody that's coming over gets a paycheck and food stamps and hotel stays and transportation to other certain states.
I wish they'd send them back up
to try to turn states a different color.
I think that bullfrog stepped in a rhino patty before they caught him.
Your friend's back.
Yeah.
He been back. He just ain't. The only time he comes over is when they not home.
Oh, okay.
And
gets lonely.
Come weekend, yeah. Come the weekend, he's here all the time. And if he ever comes in the house, it's a pain to get him out.
No, I don't want to go.
Right. You don't want to go outside.
I can't do it. My wife has to get him out. He is a female dog.
He is a female dog?
He don't trust guys.
Oh, you mean he likes female. Okay.
Right.
He's a male dog, and yeah.
He was abandoned at a car wash, and the neighbor picked him up and brought him home, and he's been here ever since.
He's a good dog.
Yeah,
He's
he
good.
is.
If you know somebody's around.
But
or something.
What? I don't exactly know how to go about breaking it or saying it. The video coming out that you got coming out tomorrow, is it got a little bit of what we need to be doing in the future also?
Well, there won't be too much what we need to be doing in the future. That's the problem. If you don't have the food and you have no way of producing the food,
you're screwed.
Well, no, you can just let the government feed you. Then you're screwed.
Yeah.
Because once they do that, then they own you. They can do anything they want to you, and nobody's going to say a dang thing about it. Because if somebody does, then they don't feed you anymore.
Well, I need to lose a few pounds anyway. And I believe I will. But now wasn't it said on another show that when that time comes, the hunters will be out there hunting, and people who's never hunted will be hunting, and the deer and the rabbit and all that, it's going to start diminishing.
Oh, yeah. When the Depression came, we almost wiped out the deer population. Squirrels were very scarce.
Yeah. And you got what, about 10 times as many people now than what we did when the Depression.
Oh, yeah, a lot more. I mean, you stop and think about it. They save one person can, it takes 2 to 5 acres for one person to eat.
2 to 5 acres?
Yeah, 2 to 5 acres for one person to eat. That means going out hunting, foraging, and stuff like that.
Well, if nothing else, we got crow out here is about as big as peacocks. Man, them's got to be some of the biggest crows I think I've ever seen.
But do you want to be eating those?
I don't want to be eating them, but if it come right down to it.
Yeah, but they more than likely they have a flu.
Well,
and I was actually looking at what scientists are doing right now, are creating new breeds of chickens and turkeys and ducks that can't catch the bird flu.
Quite.
So they are changing their genetics to be immune to this stuff. And everybody says, oh, that sounds good. But anytime you mess with some animal's genetics, bad things tend to happen. China had an issue with that, with bats.
Yeah. What, 2-3 years ago?
Yep.
So what happened there?
Yeah, and I won't mention who had a stake in that.
Which he cannot be found now.
Oh, he can be found. He's all over the news.
Well, to begin with,
and he's the expert, or the White House expert doctor.
Yeah.
I won't say his name, but yeah. Everybody knows who he is. And yeah, he went and lied about having anything involved in what happened over there.
Well, he was also involved in another president a few years back.
Oh yeah, he's been all the way back to when
What one of
the HIV things first started.
Yeah.
So you sit there and he's been, and that's still a thing. People are still dying from that, and he hasn't fixed that since when it first came about. So,
CJ, you have a good evening.
Yeah, he doesn't have a good track record.
Well, it depends on what track you're tracking. Could it be the positive or could it be the other one?
The only thing positive is for him, his pockets.
The only thing positive about him, he's an ass. But, you know, I miss my dogs because, boy, something's around, they let you know. They wouldn't bark at it. They won't bark at just anything.
Yeah, that's where I have the cats. Well, speaking of which, one comes running in here.
Let's see.
Their heads and ears turn to sounds that I don't hear yet.
Oh yeah. Let's see. GMO chickens are now the quackinator. Yeah, forget it.
Turducken.
Yeah.
8,000.
Well, the Euphrates River is drying up. I'm just waiting for the 4 angels. And people know what I'll be talking about when I say that. So it's upon us. I'll give you that. Is that you or me?
That's not me.
What's that?
I'm gonna have to decline it. That's Owen calling. I'm trying to decline it. It won't let me decline.
That's a Facebook call, isn't it?
That's a grandson calling.
Yes, my grandson. Now watch him. He gonna try me on the telephone here in a minute.
You don't know the home phone number, real quick.
That's how he called a little while ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to call him back tomorrow.
Yeah, I was really looking to get cans of fruit. And you know what you can't find now?
Fruit.
Well, you can find the fruit, but it's pop top.
You cannot find it.
Yeah, so you can get pineapple that's in a solid can and applesauce.
Okay.
The rest, like peaches and fruit cocktail and all that, is pop tops.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I'm really trying to get to do away with pop tops because they just don't last. They go out way before.
Hello, Giggles.
Their expiration dates, and even if the lid is still solid, you open it up and you find nasty stuff at the top.
Now, I opened up a can of fruit cocktail earlier today that I bought a while back ago, probably about a month and a half. And it's pop top.
Yeah.
I took a couple of bites out of it and it just didn't taste right. So I tossed it, you know. But it seems like to me, if you want to find canned fruit without pop tops, go to Dollar Tree. I'm not talking Dollar General or Family Dollar. But it seems like the last time I was in Dollar Tree, which last month, practically every can they had up there was sealed. You know, it wasn't no pop tops up there. Hardly. It could be from back stock a couple of years ago, but as long
Let me check real quick and see.
Folks, if I start ribbiting, excuse me.
Ribbiting?
Yeah.
What? Oh.
How else would you say it like that? If y'all hear me ribbit?
Yeah, it sounds better. Okay, there's the food. Let's
I gotta pour that out. I'm sorry.
You don't like it?
Well, I made it
early
this morning. I think it's frost to come back to life.
well,
Hey, look, it's Shift Kicker, the one and only robot that will kick your butt.
Hold on. Shift Kicker come in while you was talking. I didn't hear what you said. So.
Yeah, I can't see the top of the can, unfortunately. There's peaches, but I can't see the top of the can.
I have come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass.
Okay, that was Lisa Anderson.
And I'm all out of bubble gum.
What?
Oh, there's some fruit cocktail. Let's see if we can see the top of the can.
Now, there was a few of them I seen that was pop top, but the majority of them you had to have.
Yeah, it's all the can for fruit cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't know, you can actually order cases of food or canned food from Dollar Tree, and they'll ship it to the store for you, and you don't have to pay for shipping. And whenever it gets there, all you have to do is go up there and pick it up.
You hear that?
You walk in and say, well, I ordered so-and-so online, and they say, what's your name? And they go back there and look at it, and they bring out the cases to you. Yeah.
Now, I will give them this. The canned soup, they're normally a little bit bigger than what you would get at Walmart or Food Line or somewhere like that, you know. And what is that? Steak and potato soup. That ain't bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I can't have any of that stuff. That's really unhealthy for you.
Well, all of it is.
Yeah. Well, it's loaded with sodium.
Yeah. But if it gets down to where you ain't got no money and you hungry, you know, guess what you're going to eat?
Oh, really?
Bushy butt.
Yeah, I think it has to be in so many miles from your location. I haven't got anything for a while yet, but I'll probably end up doing the fruit thing because I have proteins and I have vegetables and stuff, but fruit is real important. I mean, there are things that you can get vitamin C from, but just think of the people who were on ships that didn't have access to vitamin C. They got scurvy.
Exactly. What is that? Is it like a seasickness or what?
No, it's from lack of vitamin C because you need it.
Okay.
And you get real sick. You have issues with your gums and your teeth fall out and all kinds of nasty stuff.
And now I see I hear what you say.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why for me myself, I'm looking to add some and I've got peaches that I got from Dollar Tree when it used to be $1. Big cans.
Well, now I think peaches and oranges are the two main fruits I love.
Yeah.
Because if I get started on them, I won't quit until I eat that last one. That's the reason I don't buy a lot of them. And, as a family, Mom and Daddy, my brother and myself, we went to Florida one year. Daddy bought 4 cases of oranges. The time he got back to North Carolina, he had about 3.
Yeah, that's in one of the biggest things for prepping. One of the big things that why preppers fail is because they prep things that they don't like. And that's a big no-no when, like, because everybody thinks, oh, you got to get rice and beans. Yeah, they're good. If you don't like eating them, though,
why stock up?
you're going to get sick of them, and it's just not going to be a good time when it's time to eat, and then you
Well,
you have to eat something you don't like. It's
kind of like this, if you don't like treat or spam and you stock up on it, how many of them are you going to eat?
Well, you'll eat it, but
right, you're sick.
Well, not so much getting sick, but your morale's going to go to tank, and you're going to just whenever it's dinner time, it's not good.
Oh damn, my morale's gone. Give me about 10 pounds of chicken livers. I'll be fine. Well, now I was watching somebody, the top 5 canned foods to stock up on. And it was like, oh God, what you said you couldn't eat was that steak and potato soup, was fruit.
That was the number one?
Well, no, the top 5. The top 5.
That shouldn't even be in a top 5.
But then they was talking about canned chicken meat and, like that. But
yeah.
And he said even treat or spam.
Yeah.
I can eat spam, but
it should be a protein.
Yeah. I really don't want it, but I'll eat it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I may fry up one piece and eat a sandwich, but
you can do a lot with it that you can get away with.
Oh yeah. Now another creator that I watch, Corporal's Corner. It seems like he takes spam with him everywhere he goes and cooks it up with eggs. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I would
Hello, Mountain Mama.
Eat I'd go for treat over spam now. Spam has gotten so bad. It used to be good. I mean, it used to be a lot better than it is now. It seems like it's more fat than anything else in there.
Lively prepper, I'll go for the clams, but I am not crazy about the sardines no more. I used to say, back in the day, help laying, being a brick macer's helper or carpenter's helper. You'd sit there, lunch, I'll be a can of either pork and beans, beanie weenies, or a can of sardines, crackers, and a drink. That's all you'd have till you get home.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of sardines. I mean, I would eat them because I've ate I've ate canned dog food before, so sardines is not that big of a deal.
Well, I found out 2 things. One is, if I want to keep my wife away from it for a little while, just open up a can of sardines or run around the house. Number 2 is, when that can of sardines is gone, my ass is hers.
Well, they have a thing going on right now that it's a certain kind of pickled herring that comes in a can. I guess as soon as you open it,
Oh my God, I've seen that.
yeah, it fills the house and you have to run out of the house. It's so bad, the smell.
I've seen people open that can up outside. Yeah, they be puking and ain't even ate none of it yet.
Yeah.
I'm
like, that's one thing I wouldn't prep.
I think that fart spray would smell better than that can of fish.
If anything, I would use it, poke holes in it and throw it out in the water to draw fish in.
You know, I hadn't thought about that. And
because believe it or not, if you want to catch a lot of catfish, you go up and down the road and pick up raccoons and that's been sitting out there for a few days and put them in a Brillo bag or a sack and put some rocks in there and then throw it out there in the general area where you want to go fishing. Let that set for a day in the water there and start fishing. You'll be catching catfish like crazy.
There was a type of canned dog food. We used to go to the store and we'd purchase 3 or 4 cans, and we'll take like a bottle opener, can opener, and open up both ends and throw them out there. And about 2 or 3 hours, about 2 or 3 hours, you're right, you're catching catfish, you know. But the game warden stopped us from doing that. Wouldn't let us do it no more.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Not saying I've ever done it or anything, but
have you ever been fishing with an Alka-Seltzer?
I know if you're by the ocean and you
don't throw them up,
birds and stuff, and people throw those in the air, seagulls get a hold of them, and all of a sudden,
yep. Now down here, I don't know how it is in other states, but if you're fishing and they catch you with an Alka-Seltzer on you, that is one big fine if you're lucky. You know. But yeah, it works.
Yeah, that's really cruel too. And the same thing they do that with rice too.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about the rice. I've never seen rice.
Uncooked rice, because it swells up in their stomach, and they a lot of places outlawed, weddings where they throw the rice and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because birds would eat it, and all of a sudden you'd see a bunch of dead birds around churches and stuff.
Fishing with corn is also banned? Really?
Really? Where's this at? Corn is usually, if you want to catch some carp.
Carp, yeah.
Or trout. Trout used to be good. I've used the little miniature marshmallows.
Really?
Yep. Trout love that. Lake trout.
I wonder if bass likes them.
Okay. They probably come across it. They probably get a hold of it, but usually it's the trout and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or we'd we get chicken livers and then set them outside for a few days in the sun.
Yeah, I've done that.
All sneaky.
I like the gizzards better.
Get some old women's nylons, and you put it in there, and you can wrap that around the hook, and they can't get that off of there. You can use the same one over and over again.
I tell you something, believe it or not, I tell you something else is pretty good. Gummy worms is pretty good going fishing.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they'd last very long though.
Oh, they wouldn't, but you just got to know when the fish is biting. When to use it. But
yeah, there was somebody fishing that was a live stream and stuff, and they weren't getting any bites. And I said, next time you bait your hook, put your bait on there and then spit on it.
Yep.
And what? No. And he did it. And as soon as he did, he caught a fish. And what the heck?
WD-40 works also. Spray it on your bobber, then throw it out there, and it'll run down, and then it'll get on your bait. Bloop. That's it.
Bloop.
Go bloop. Okay. I messed up, but I don't fish nowhere near as much as I used to.
Oh, no.
I would go through briar patch taller than I was just to get to a fishing hole. And I mean, I'd be so tore up, it ain't funny. But we fished it. Snakes, Lord have mercy. We see a snake. Snakes were scared to come up to us. Fish bait.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know where it was, but I was at a state park and I got it was like for $10, it's $9.99. It was supposed to be a 2-man raft. But it was big enough for me to set in and my legs hang off to the side.
Oh no.
And I went around this lake and got all the expensive lures and stuff that people got snagged on the trees and stuff, and then turned around and I started selling them. When people come in, I had a little table set up and was selling the lures. made my $10 back and then some.
There you go. Now, we lived right across the road from a golf course, and it had a pond and a half on there. If you fished it, it would have to be after hours, close to dusk. That way you wouldn't get caught quite as fast. But there were some boys in the neighborhood that would go over there and dive to the bottom and get their golf balls.
Yeah.
Wash them up and take them back up there to the clubhouse and resell them.
Yep, I did the same thing. Yeah, right before the entrance to the golf course, because I had a net and everything. I went down there and scooped up all those nice golf balls, and then I sold them right at the entrance before they came in. Golf balls. I had a sign up there, and selling those things left and right. It was their own golf balls, because the next day I went back out and got the same ones that I just got done selling.
Did you ever get in trouble for selling them at the gate?
Well, I had one of the ladies at a house that was by the front gate. I asked her if I could set up to sell golf balls right there, and she said, "Yeah."
Oh, okay.
So it was on her property. So, but like I said, I would put a sign up on my card table and just golf balls. It was like 4 for $1 or something like that.
It ain't bad. Hey, it's better than selling lemonade, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You ever see that video where these kids are selling lemonade and then they have a curtain and they drop the curtain. They have a boy in the background look like he's peeing in the lemonade pot, and then the lady goes, "Oh."
I think it was the Little Rascals, if I ain't mistaken. May have been Dennis the Menace, where he'd put half a lemon on a string, and then he'd pour a glass of water and dip the lemon in there 2 or 3 times and hand it to him. And I thought, that's a pretty good marketing scheme.
Yep.
So, but it.
Well, guys, it's about that time. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. And if you're got any holes in your preps or running low on stuff, now would be the time to get it before next year, because there's going to be it's going to be a rough one next year. They're already talking about hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people losing their jobs.
Yeah,
the beginning of the next year. I already know, like Walmart, the 22nd, they're laying off a third of their employees.
Now, what I heard, it was about 160 some stores they're closing for good. Whereabouts, I'm not sure, but it's from coast to coast.
Yeah, that's been going on. They've already been doing that.
So I think what it is like they're going to shut one down if there is 2 Walmarts within a 10-mile radius of one another. So,
okay, we'll be back up here. And make sure you head over to 101's tonight. He should be up at 9:00 or 9:10. Who knows with him? Sometimes he says 9:10, and I'll go there early, and he's already up there jibber jabbering.
Now, for last week, he's been coming on about 20, maybe a quarter till. So
yeah.
Just to be safe, click on about 20 till.
And we'll be over at Jeff's Thursday.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got a really good video. I've been doing research on this for about a week and a half. So it'll be out tomorrow. I've already got the premiere and everything set up. But like I said, thanks, Mods, for keeping the riffraff out. And we'll leave you with this.